Hello, Mr. Manvir. Welcome to the 8th edition of CAHOCON at the Vishwa Bangla Convention Center in Delhi, in Kolkata. So my first question would be, considering your role as a board member of the Global Advisory Group for the WHO, how do you see the integration of patient voices shaping global healthcare policies and initiatives, and what measures are being taken to ensure that patient perspectives are adequately represented in decision-making processes?
I think the world has shifted from where it is. It's 2024 now. I'm glad to see that CAHO is taking a leading role in it right here in India. And everyone, the consumer, the patient, the person, the caregiver, when one person falls sick, it's not only that person that falls sick, the entire family suffers as well. So it's very important to understand what is that need. I would give you an example. Person A can get cancer, person B can get cancer, but they want different things, right? So understanding that and achieving that for each one of them. Person A may say, I want to do chemotherapy because I want to survive. But person B may turn around and say, I've had enough of a life. I don't want to undergo chemotherapy because my quality of life post-chemotherapy could be bad. So I'm willing to forego that. And so we may have to respect their wishes, right? Because it is their family that's what they want. So we are learning that globally, this is the movement. And having to do that today is respecting each person's right to their life. So that's very important for us to have this conversation, to be able to understand what each person wants. And healthcare systems are able to deliver that. It's personalized care. As a patient myself, I may want to, for instance, 2 years ago, I climbed the highest mountain in Malaysia. So I had to tell my doctor, this is my target because it was my 10th year of my transplant. So I said, I want to celebrate it up there. So my doctor looked at me and says, okay, fine. We will work with you to make sure that you hit that target, right? So again, it's very personalized, and it's all about building a relationship between your healthcare professional and yourself, and each one of you respecting each other as a human being. So that is part of what we are trying to do and talking to people about that.
And so as you talk about the chemotherapy a while ago, so I just wanted to know that how should a person or the patient who is dealing with cancer can decide that we should do the chemotherapy or not? Because sometimes it happens that the patient himself, they feel like, no, I can't survive the chemotherapy. I might have, few problems after post the chemotherapy. So what would be your suggestion on that?
I think this again is that journey of people, right? So healthcare, maybe the doctor is not the right person to have this conversation, but the support group of other patients who have already gone through the chemotherapy. So one patient may think, oh, my quality of life is going to be horrible. It's a small cancer. It's a curable cancer. But they may be thinking something different because they don't know. Sitting down and talking to other patients in a support group that have gone through it, then suddenly they build the confidence that, hey, wait, I can beat this disease. So that is important for them. Not every person falls into that category. They are different people. But we have to respect the human being itself to be able to say this person has a right to that. We want to educate. The decision has to be made by that person. All we can do is educate. We give you proper brochures and pamphlets and so on, and also bring the support group to talk to you. And then you make the decision.
So perfect.
Right? We have to respect that.
My one more question would be, is cancer inherited within the family or something of that sort?
I am not the right person to answer that question. I am just a patient. I've never done any research science on that. I don't know. I want to talk about communication only. So I can respect that the person has a decision to make and they make the decision. I may not like it, but I don't know the science that goes into this. And there are people far smarter than me who can figure that one out. Yeah.
That's all. And one more thing, that being one of the speakers for the CAHOCON, what was your overall experience with them?
I am so amazed. I am so amazed at what is CAHO doing here. I connected with them first time 18 months ago, and we were having this conversation, and I suddenly felt that I don't know much about India, but I can tell you that you may have the wisdom, you may have the tools, you may have the money. It doesn't mean anything. I can tell you that the people that I'm dealing with in Kaho have the passion, and that is important, because when you have the passion, then you will get the money, you will get the wisdom, you will get the tools, because people are attracted to that, right? And I myself, when I heard Kaho and Dr. Lalu talking about it, and Samir talking about it, and Dr. Vijay, I'm like, this was have the passion, right? So they have a passion. It goes beyond them. They may not be here in 5, 10 years' time, the change of God, but that passion is here, and we need to catch that passion and do it, because they are people's lives at stake. It's not about them. It's about the people who are watching this now, who are listening to this, and suddenly realizing it that, hey, wait a minute, I also can make a change. I need to ask a question. I need to seek these people's advice. And that is what is most important, is the passion to change things. And I love Tahoe, and I can't wait to come back again, because I feel energized by coming here. I feel, God, I'm sitting down, they're brilliant people, they've got so many tools, but that passion is what I want. That passion is what I want, and I feel that they want to do something. I've been to so many countries talking about patient safety. I feel that there are people who are got a lot of wisdom, got a lot of money, got a lot of infrastructure, but they don't have the passion.
Right.
You understand?
I think, thank you, sir, for having you being a part of this event. Thank you so much.
Thank you.